day 4. This time, Axxess, possibly Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame. I need to buy new shoes so I can wear them at the Hall of Fame. Mike, what's your thoughts of Axxess? Because I know you're not really a big fan, but anything exciting today?
Be happy to meet Cesaro if possible, and what? My cup? Yeah, I've got a cup.
Free drinks.
Free drinks.
Free refills. So I think that's Mike's highlight of the day, to be honest. That he's got free refills.
No, we'll try and meet Trish. If she's doing a sign-in, that's the cure thing. Then I'll make it her stuff.
Gonna go meet Maddox, so should be fun, hopefully. Hey, what's up?
Doing good. I have to pee, kind of.
Do you need a bathroom break?
No, I'm toughing it out.
You have a half hour though.
Pro, isn't he?
I'm generally tough.
Oh, scissors beats paper every time. Just beat Brad Maddox and rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, boy!
I want a rematch.
Rematch?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go, yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Draw, tie. Well, after waiting in the queue for the Los Matadores, I finally get to the end of it. And then the Outlaws come on pretty much 2 minutes after I finish, but now I'm in the queue for Jim Ross and the Godfather, so that'd be pretty sick.
Corner barbecue, cozy corner.
Hi mate.
How you doing, bro? We got a train over there, or wheelchair train.
This queue's massive, and that definitely is bad news, so I'm not going to bother queuing. What's the point?
Knock it down, and obviously I think that wall for him is tomorrow. We'll see what he does.
You have guys like Shawn Michaels just appearing in the ring and just doing little interviews, but the answer's such bland questions that it's sort of like, what's the point? What's the point in going listening to it? Because it's just bland stuff in general. But yeah, nice to see them in the ring though. Right here we've got Goldust signing for a couple of David got at the Legends House. I think and Pat Patterson. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just waiting in line to meet Brodus Clay. It should be pretty fun. The queue's not been that big, so luckily we looked out here. I mean, I must have waited about only 15 minutes, which is quite small for one of these queues. So yeah, and then there's the mystery machine in the background. Oh, scissors beats paper! Oh, I just beat Brodus Clay in rock, paper, scissors, undefeated today.
Awesome. I'm not with him.
Okay, so over here we got Roman Reigns. Again, I'd love to meet Roman Reigns, but I mean, look at this queue. There's an hour left to go, and the queue is massive.
If you can run, you can hear.
Okay, just switched to Sami Zayn. Bo Dallas match was actually alright. Bo Dallas cheated to win. Sami Zayn went to slap my hand as he went past, and we both missed each other. Actually, a big going.
I have to keep this hilarious here.
We got the Outlaws here. Okay, so right here we've got Curtis Axel, as you'd say on Beverly Hills Cop. just we've got some bad news. Okay, so I'm about to do a WWE Open casting call for an upcoming movie. Not too sure what the movie's going to be. There's a list of films upcoming here. There's quite a few there. So, okay, so I just did the little casting call thing. It was fun. I probably should have got someone to record it, but I don't think acting's for me, to be honest. I'm not a good actor. I think I did okay. I don't think I did fantastically. But yeah, I'm not expecting any sort of callback whatsoever. It looks like for me, unfortunately, I'm going to miss out on seeing ROH, which I'm a bit gutted about. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to come, was so that I can go to ROH, to be honest. But yeah, I'm missing out on it. For those of you interested, that in there is your WrestleCon. I'm not going there. I'm not paying $25 just to mess around in there. Okay, you keep hearing me talk about Bourbon Street. Well, this is it, right here. It's about 1 PM and this place is fucking buzzing. Okay, so we're at dinner at the IHOP. I've got pancakes and chips. Mike, what have you got over there?
Breakfast with no pancakes, I've just realised.
You didn't ask for me, yeah?
I did ask for a split decision. I've got pancakes.
And what have you got?
Doesn't the split decision come with
Mega
Yeah,
burger.
are the other way? Oh, right, okay, I thought you forgot me. They're coming.
It's called a mega burger when it's too big to eat, so I have to eat it in stages.
I have to eat it like a meal, not a burger. That's what you know.
So yeah, this is probably my favourite place to eat so far in America. I've not tried Popeyes yet, so I want to try that before we go.
I've had
Me and Mike have just spent the last probably about an hour and a half talking to these like older people from Texas, Florida. They're pretty cool though, you know. We just chatted about random stuff, but this is it. Like, when I came to WrestleMania, I didn't come, you know, just to sit and, you know, meet wrestlers and watch wrestling shows. I came to live the experience, live America, like actually just do stuff. It actually makes me want to go travelling a little bit, you know. Okay, so I did a bit of shopping today. I picked myself up a pair of Toms. When I came here, I wanted to buy some trainers and I needed to buy some shoes for the Hall of Fame, and I thought, this will sort of like suit both purposes. So I think they cost $60 plus tax. I don't know if that's a good deal or if that's a bad deal, if I've paid more than what I'd pay in the UK. But either way, to go with it, I've bought myself this. A Garcia 5 Cleveland Browns top. Hopefully it's not out of date. You Americans can actually tell me this, if number 5 Garcia is still in existence. Or maybe they just are using a different kit next season, who knows. Right then, we've just got back from the Hall of Fame ceremony. Started with Lita. Lita's going to be the first one introduced. I personally didn't really care too much what she was saying. I thought everything she was saying was her version of the truth, the PG version. I don't think she told the complete truth. I think she kayfabed us a lot. And it was just sort of like, oh, here you go. I'm going to tell you the exact same story I told on Jim Ross's podcast and I told on Chris Jericho's podcast. And it's like, okay, the story's out there, and you told them both within the last month for us already.
Yeah, Lita's speech felt more like reading 3 chapters of her autobiography, and then she was just, you know, like
the most boring 3 chapters you could possibly pick.
Like fascinated on this story of just trying to name drop as many people as she could.
There's a big screen behind the wrestlers, and the Titantron. First of all, there was a screen behind the wrestlers which had the Hall of Fame logo on it already, and then there was the Titantron which also had the Hall of Fame logo on. So we had it twice behind them now. At the start of the show, they had the Titantron beaming the sort of live footage, so it wasn't just a logo, it had the footage on, and then all of a sudden randomly in the Lita one they just cut it off, and I thought it was a really poor move, because every time I wanted to see the real human emotion going on, like if someone was actually teared up, because that's what you want to see. You want to see the real emotion in these speeches, because this is like their time to shine and their time to give you their story.
It was pretty much what I expected, to be honest. I know if you say, okay, well, yeah, I heard that story in the Stone Cold, was it Chris Jericho podcast and the JR podcast? You're gonna get the same story, because that's her story, that's her side of the story. She's just gonna say it again. So if you didn't want to listen to it again, you probably should have been not expected to listen to it at all, because that's what was going to be said.
So after Lita, we saw Jake Roberts, was it? Yeah. Introduced by Diamond Dallas Page. Personally, I enjoyed this one. I thought it was decent.
I think the difference between Jake's and Lita's was Jake's was a Hall of Fame speech, Lita's was a story. You know, like Lita just felt, like you said, was it you that said that she felt like she was reading out of an autobiography? Yeah. Yeah, and obviously you want it, and whereas Jake's was like, I know it could have been out of an autobiography because anything could be, but it was more heartfelt, you know, unless it was just a little bit of a story time.
It did seem legitimate for the most part, which is something that I don't really give Jake Roberts credit for a lot of the time. Is I do think he's a bit of a charlatan and a bit of a liar when it meets his own needs, and that he will not even bending the truth. He will just boldly lie in front of you and be like, maybe he has turned the corner, maybe he has finally turned it, but ignoring all that, whether in his actual life he's done whatever, this actual Hall of Fame speech, I thought it was actually genuine, and I did actually really enjoy.
Jake's speech was very emotional. I followed his story from 18 months ago when he went to the accountability crib with DDP. I've seen the videos of his relapse down, so I've seen him come all this way to now get to reach his goal of being in the Hall of Fame on the date that he set himself. It was, like a very emotional speech. He had the highs of it, the lows. He had everybody on every single word he was saying, which was good. I think he was the best at getting the crowd, on every single word he was saying. There wasn't too many chances just interrupting what he was going on, when he was speaking. You could see he was affected by what he was saying, because he almost broke down once, and then the crowd, just gave him the round of applause to gee him back up to carry on. Like you said, he was very, very honest. He was very upfront about everything. He didn't make any excuses. He just, this is what it is. This is what we're doing to change it. Now look where I am.
I can sort of agree with your sentiments a bit. I thought sometimes he just sounds like he's just lying, really. It came across a bit like he was looking for the sympathy vote, I thought.
Is Mr. T next?
Yes, the highlight of the night.
Mr. T, I'm going to give you the quick intro to it, and then I'll let these hopefully give us a bit of a quick answer. But yeah, basically Mr. T came on. I was expecting him to, talk about his wrestling career and maybe a bit of his life. All he really talked about was his mother, and he talked to such a long extent that I think it was totally unplanned for it to ever happen during his speech. They played bloody Kane's music. Kane came out, basically says something to him. Mr. T sort of gives a nervous laugh and a smile and goes, I'm really sorry guys, and he just leaves. He doesn't even cut his outro or anything.
I don't know if he knew it was coming and planned for it, or if he really improvised really well when he did the classic Stone Cold promo where he kept giving different examples of something in between Watts. I
don't think he understood what was going on.
I thought this was probably the most entertaining part of the whole show, because unintentionally the crowd hijacked the segment pretty much.
It was Car Crash TV.
Yeah, it was.
Next, we obviously had, because Kane came out, he then introduced...
Did you not turn the camera on?
It's fine. I'm clearly going through it because we're going to just blabber on if we all keep going on and on and on. So yeah, he introduced Paul Bearer's... Was it his sons that he introduced? Yeah. Paul Bearer's two sons.
He first showed the promo, and then he talked about...
everyone had a promo though, so we're not really talking about any of the promos.
He talked first, and then he let the Paul Bearer's sons come out right at the end.
Well anyway, everyone had a promo, that's all irrelevant. Then his sons came out. The sons did a really quick bit, to be honest, and then we had that amazing bit lads, what did you think when The Undertaker came out, dressed in his full gear, holds the urn up, all the smoke comes out? Quick thoughts on that. I thought it was epic.
Yeah, it was superb. It was like they did need a way to get Undertaker in. He's done it without breaking kayfabe, which he didn't want to do, and then he's given the fans something to talk about.
Yeah, I marked out like that. Yeah.
A deal or no a deal?
I thought it was interesting that they let him keep it non-kayfabe.
That is interesting. Good point. After Paul Bearer, we had Scott Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Razor Ramon.
Yeah, Razor Ramon. Now the Razor Ramon one is probably the one I was looking most forward to because I always forget how big of a Scott Hall fan I actually am until I see those promo packages, and then I'm actually like, no, actually that's my guy from when I was a kid. I used to actually really love Razor Ramon. He was awesome. So it was introduced by Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash probably did the best intro all night off the top of my head.
No, I thought Kane's was really good.
Kane's was good, but it was more somber. It wasn't
more of a eulogy.
Yeah, it was more of a eulogy.
Moments, he sort of kept breaking that, I thought, and I just personally enjoyed Kane's, and so Kevin Nash's was good as well, though. You know, I'm not taking
overall thoughts of the Scott Hall one, because I thought it was okay. I thought it was rushed, and then the click came out afterwards. Yeah. Same spot as he did the last time around, so it probably had less of a meaning to me personally.
A very long speech and just sort of, you know, I'll do this, and yeah, and it worked. It was short and sweet, especially pretty soon after the Mr. T went only one away from it.
A deal and Skinner
saved some time.
I thought it was probably cut short because of the Mr. T promo.
Did you think so?
Yeah.
I just think he didn't have any.
No, I don't. I just think that one was really short and sweet and to the point.
Next,
I was never a Ramon fan. I was a Scott Hall fan from WCW, but you know, it's still good to see.
So next up after that, we had Carlos Colon, inducted by Carlito, Primo, and Epico. Carlito was funny in his intro. He made some remarks about, you know, being on the sort of the comedy relief in between, like the Warriors one and Scott Hall, the sort of where the Divas match is usually put. I thought it was alright. What's he called? Carlos Colon's promo. Nothing too interesting. Y'all's thoughts quickly?
We needed subtitles for him.
Yeah, half of it was in English, then he did like a second half in Spanish for his family, which I thought, I personally like that, because like, it's supposed to be the World Wrestling Entertainment, everything's in English, we can have 5 minutes of Spanish. Mike?
I didn't understand the Spanish, so I didn't get it, so yeah, I see what you're saying about that, but from our perspective on looking, no good.
Oh, but
to us, you know, kind of thing. I know that was for his family kind of thing, so you just leave it to it, don't you?
I missed out somewhere in the middle that we had El Torito and Hornswoggle running around, and El Torito hit Lawler in the balls.
Yeah, he sold it with his voice rather than his face.
Yeah, Adil?
I thought it was fine for what it was, really. I don't think they need to do much more than that.
And then we had the main event, the Ultimate Warrior. Now, Warrior came out, no face paint, came out, introduced by Linda McMahon. Again, Mike made a point of which I thought when I first heard it that Linda McMahon was going to be introducing him. Very random. Why the hell are they doing that? Then the backstory was told to me through various sources and podcasts and that sort of stuff where I get my information from, was that apparently him and Linda McMahon are close, are good friends, and have always been close since back in his older days when he was in his first run in the WWE. His daughters came out. It was nice for him, I suppose. And then honestly, he was talking for 45 minutes. It was a long induction speech. All he basically really said was, "Oh, I hated the DVD. I hated that they called me an arsehole. It hurt my feelings. Follow your dreams, etc., etc." Very generic Warrior stuff. He could have probably cut it down to 20 minutes, but we had it for 45. Y'all's thoughts on the end of the show and all? Yeah, the end of the show, Warrior.
I don't think it was a long speech. I think it was a short speech repeated about 3 or 4 times.
Rick?
Yeah, he repeated the same thing over and over. It was good to listen to, though. It was nice to see him. He's obviously a legend from when I first got interested, so I was interested in everything he had to say. He did manage to get a few slide digs in which you could see made him feel a little bit, proud of himself,
Yeah.
like a little bit of redemption. Made some good points. He made a good point about them needing to.
The guy who used to sell the t-shirts. Yeah.
Thank the ring guys more, which when you've just seen them have a celebrity wing, it is fair enough to do it. But then if you do have that in a Hall of Fame, who's really going to be interested in what?
To be fair, they've got one in there, and he was like Vince Senior's limo driver or something. He did other things as well, but he was only known for his like backstage role. He wasn't a booker or anything either. Apparently, he's just something like that. But yeah, a deal. Thoughts on the Warriors' long ass speech?
I enjoyed it. Similar to Rick, I thought, in a similar way to Bruno Sammartino, I didn't think he was actually going to be coming, and for him to be actually getting that honour of going into the Hall of Fame, I think it was long deserved, and he deserves it for that, for everything he did.
And then all around thoughts of the Hall of Fame. Did you enjoy it? What was your highlight, low light?
The highlight was probably Mr. T, for
Right.
just the comedy relief. Yeah, that was probably the highlight.
All in all, did you enjoy it? Not 5 out of 10,
Yeah.
10 out of 10, 100
It
out
was
of
what I
10,
expected it to be, so I'll go 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I said to you, didn't I, going into it yesterday, I think I said it might not be entirely my thing, sitting listening to people talk, it's just not my side of it. I like watching the show kind of thing, but no, it was alright, it was pretty good. It was probably better than I expected, I reckon. Probably about
Highlight.
a highlight. Sorry, don't silently prompt me, I don't know what you're doing. A highlight. Highlight, I think, Mr. T as well. I think he's got that thing where anything he's ever done, you're never quite sure how aware he is of how entertaining he's being, like how much of it is deliberate, and I think most of it wasn't tonight, but it was still entertainment, wasn't it?
And Rick?
Highlight, Jake the Snake. Low light, El Torito.
And then, all in all, thoughts of the show? Good, bad, indifferent?
I enjoyed the show, but that's because like 3 of the 6 were people I'm personally interested in, like Warrior, Jake. Then we had Scott Hall as well, introduced by 2 more people I'm interested in with DDP and Nash. So that's like half of the show already with my own personal favourites. So I enjoyed that bit. Would I go again? It'd need a similar lineup to this one with people I'm interested in, because Lita I was switching off, Carlos Colon I was switching off, Mr. T I was switching off because I'm not interested in those people. So it's like the lineup would have to be right for me to.
The lineup was very strong. I was surprised with how strong it was. Warrior, massive name. Roberts, really good name. And actually, to be like definitely sure, I don't know if it's just they were all strong names or they just packaged them all really well running up to it to make them all seem like they were a massive deal. Because they made, obviously, you don't need to do anything to make Warrior look big. Jake Roberts, you could sort of position him however you want. You could position him as the guy who, had various chances and let people down all the time. Or you can position him as the legend, as the guy who was the master psychologist, and that's exactly what they did. Scott Razor Ramon, you can position him as the guy who was this weird like Scarface rip-off character, or the guy who sort of revolutionised pro wrestling by having that first real high-profile ladder match with Shawn Michaels, and that's what they did. Lita was in there. Mr. T, probably the top celebrity guy in the history of WWE, just for the fact that he headlined WrestleMania 1, he was also at WrestleMania 2. That in itself is just enough to carry it. And so I thought the lineup was great. In execution, I was getting bored for the most part. Then I was remembering, no, wait a minute, I've got to enjoy this for what it is. And then I started to get into it more. So I was my own worst enemy. But all in all, I thought it was okay. Would I go again? Probably, but I don't know. At least I know what to expect for next time.